All right, welcome to my makeshift studio here. Y'all, I am so excited. I put out an EP on November 11th, 2022 called Reckless Abandon, and I am so excited about it. You know, music, it takes its time coming together, and you just know all of a sudden that it's complete. And that time came. It took probably like over a year for it to all come together, and there are songs on there that I wrote in 2020, so I guess in actuality it's been like a 2-year process of at least like collecting songs and then deciding which ones were gonna fit on this body of work. It makes me so happy and thrilled to just like have seen it all come together from start to finish. It was the first time releasing an EP, and I've only like released singles up until now, and it was just really cool to be like, ooh, all these songs like sort of fit together cohesively and sonically, and it's just kind of like a stamp of my songwriting journey, my evolution as an artist, of where I was at the time. So I decided to call it Reckless Abandon because it was just a phrase that had stuck with me for a while at that point in my life, and currently. I mean, the theme is always just like going for it, right? Like completely cold turkey, make shit happen, reckless abandon, like caution to the wind. Put yourself out there, do what you've always wanted to do. That's always been like my personality. Kind of just like giving no F's. It's hard sometimes, and I've struggled with that a lot, of caring a lot about what other people think, and riding that wave of self-worth, realizing that like you just want to put stuff out there. I went to a breathwork class over the summer with my friend Lexi, and I happened to sit next to another artist, of course, as the universe would have it. She said something that has stuck with me ever since. She said, "I just want to die empty." And I was just like, yeah, I need to die empty. That kind of like almost started the phrase reckless abandon. It was a phrase that made me like want to keep using that, or just wanting to use that theme of letting go of like any fears that you have, and just like fully put everything that you desire to put out there. So I just wanted to take some time to dive through all the songs on my Reckless Abandon EP. I'm more than excited. I'm thrilled. I'm so happy it's out in the world now. So the first track, Reckless Abandon. This is the newest song, actually, of all the songs. It was born in August of this year. It came together after having a lot of experiences with relationships, and almost just wanting to like create a diary entry type of song. I have been really inspired by an artist. Her name is Mallrat, and I loved her intro song called Wish on an Eyelash. That song affected me so much. It's only a minute long. I wished it was longer, but at the same time, it was so special in just those 60 seconds. And so I wanted to almost like recreate a type of song that was so short and to the point. It's very like conversational, and just like talking about like what was going on at that point, and just like little phrases like palm tree under the moon. I would look out the window, and there was always just this bright moon over the palm trees, and anytime I would go on walks or anywhere I was, I would just like look at that and be like, that's so special. And so I thought that was a cool way to start it, and then have it just kind of flow into all these kind of like overarching themes that are about my life in this year, like losing friends and turning the page in the chapter of like my life, my story. It came together really naturally, and I wanted to say something about it being like my reckless abandon year, of just unabashedly putting myself out there and being proud of like everything that I've done so far. I'm really proud of this song because I produced it all on my own, which is something that I never thought I would, at least like this soon into my journey of like creating music. I never thought that like I would be able to I guess like kind of say, because I always just was like, oh, producer, that's a title for someone who has been doing this for years, you know, and someone who has clearly like really knows what they're doing. But honestly, the more I dove into it, the more I realized like I actually am capable of creating music and having it be release ready. It was so personal that I also feel like it felt right keeping it to myself and having it be something that I created completely on my own as just like an intro to like, this is me, like these are my sounds, this is my voice, this is my writing, everything about this has my fingerprint on it. So this one is called Reckless Abandon, and it kind of sets the tone and is the theme for this EP. And it's very bright and ethereal, and I'm very, very proud of this one. My cute little minute and like 3 seconds or 4 second song. The next song on the EP is called Feel More Like Me. This is such a fun one. This is one that I originally started with just production. I've gotten like really into Griff and like Nina Nesbitt and all like female artists that are also producers. I was like diving through all their stuff and listening to their songs and hearing like how they were putting different types of sounds together. So that really inspired this track. And the other thing that inspired this track was a quote that I read from an actress that I love so much. Her name is Lily James. And she said, "I do like living in my pain. I don't mind spiraling because sometimes it helps me feel more like me. At least if you're connected to your grief or your pain, something feels real and more potent." Ooh, that hit me so much. And it makes you realize that like, or what I took from it at least, is that you have to go through those moments of being in pain and going through hard times and not understanding maybe who you are or what's going on, to come out of it, to be more yourself and to step more into yourself. So I thought that was a really powerful quote, and obviously it impacted me enough to want to write a song about it. When I say he's telling me how to fix all of my problems, he's telling me how to not be at war, that is my chiropractor, who I've been seeing consistently since I moved to LA. I've always done chiropractic care since I was literally in my mother's womb, since I was a fetus. My mom was on the table and she was doing like energy work. If you're curious about that, let me know. So it's this thing called network chiropractic, and like he's just like really like intuitive, and he can like see my field and everything that's going on, and I would come in there like a wreck sometimes and totally out of whack. He would just kind of console me in a way, and almost as like a therapist. Yeah, this song was just like, is just like my nutshell and a personality, like driving to sessions and always being in a rush and always being late and running around and just kind of doing things last minute and being kind of like all over the place. And hopefully I've grown out of that a little bit. Co-produced this with my friend Ren, and his artist name is Javix. Okay, Hole in My Heart. This is probably gonna be squeaking a lot because of my movements of how excited I am about this song. I started writing it on guitar on a trip actually to Colorado. My family lives there. I was like wanting to write a song that had like a lot of like Clean Bandit vibes. It was so much fun. It came together like pretty quickly. You know, I wrote it from the space of like, man, like I am just broken and I'm sorry if this is like how I am, but like this is just like my past self speaking and me being like almost like insecure. It's about my love language being words of affirmation and needing to hear those things. So I feel like, yes, you do like me. I need to hear it. I need to cognizantly like know it because of my past and having not felt that way or not heard those words of affirmations before. It's just a really fun, poppy, vibey song. When I look back on my songwriting journey here in LA, writing it and then starting the production and then bringing it to my friend Sam Bierman was probably like my favorite thing about the song, because then he helped me finish write it. One of my favorite things to do in like my creative journey is to like take songs that I've started and I'll start the production, I'll start the writing, and I have like the skeleton of the song, and then I'll bring it to someone else and get their take. And someone like Sam, who is like so talented in writing and production, like he just like created the song and really brought it to life and took what I had and like created an actual body of work out of it. I really wanted to pitch that one initially, but the more I listened to it, I was always just like, this could fit so well on the EP. I think it's the single. A lot of people really like this one. I'm really proud of it, and I'm so happy it's out there. It was such a joy to make. Next one is Heartwood. This is one of my favorite songs I'd ever written. I was so excited again when I wrote it. I wrote Heartwood and Hole in My Heart in Colorado, in the same place. I found the phrase Heartwood because I had seen a package sent to one of my roommates. The return address was from Heartwood Drive, also in New Jersey, actually, funny enough, where I'm originally from. I wrote down the title immediately. I was just like, hardwood, aw, like that sounds so pretty, and didn't know like what I was gonna do with it. And then I was talking to a manager on the phone, and he was telling me how Lenium was looking for songs, and I was like, I would love to write a song that could fit for a Lenium. I just started getting this like melody idea, and then I was writing in guitar, and then I think I was just going through like song ideas, like the list that I have on my phone, and I saw Heartwood, and I was like, ooh, what would it be like if your heart was actually made out of wood? What? Like, that's crazy. And so what would that feel like? And what would that be like? The way I felt like it would be like is that it means that your heart literally catches fire. I catch feelings really quickly, so it's like my heart is made out of wood. It's like really like fast-paced, like driving forward type of song that I just picture someone who's like at their steering wheel, and like they're just, my heart's made out of wood, and like I don't know what to do with all these emotions, and I fall so easily. And safe to say that Hole in My Heart and Heartwood are actually about the same person. I was definitely like going through like intense emotional feels at that point. It was just so much fun to write, and again to watch it go from an idea to a full song on guitar, and me actually just like creating like a really basic demo and then sending it to my friend Sam, and then we worked on it together, and he created like the actual full demo out of it. Yeah, so same Sam as Hold My Heart. And then me and my friends actually did a music video for it, which was even more fun. Yeah, I love this one so much. So I started writing Haunted August when I got a Snapchat notification saying like, this is what you were doing a year ago. And I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, this time a year ago, I was like making so much music with a producer who I super vibed with, and we were planning to get like more serious about our like producer, songwriter relationship, you know, like duo type of thing. And long story short, like he just like had other plans, which is fine, but it obviously made me sad. And when I looked back, I was like, wow, this time really left me. Like that was like one of the happiest times I'd ever been, when we were making things together, making songs together, and it had left me clearly with a Haunted August. So I liked the way it had that little internal rhyme. Yeah, I wrote that on guitar, also in Colorado on a rainy day. All these songs actually, I realized I wrote in Colorado. I finished writing it with my friend Martin Trevi, who is an awesome producer, awesome songwriter, who wrote it with me on Zoom. We wrote it in like a songwriting camp, or finished writing it, and yeah, his production is like what really like created this. It was just a song that I had sent to my friend Sam, and he was like, oh, I love the production on this. Like he wanted to finish it, and I was like, I want to finish it too. We finished it together, and there we have it. That's Haunted August. Love this one so much. Such a sad little bop. We're at the last song, Better Than I Am. Again, another song that I wrote on my bed in Colorado. That one and Haunted August are from 2020. I wrote this about making a commitment to yourself and the struggles of wanting to do something and realizing that no one's holding you accountable. You're always in conversation with yourself, and you have full control. No one's telling you what to do, and you always have a choice to meet yourself in a place where, you know, you're gonna do what you decided to do, or you're not, you know. And so this song called Better Than I Am is like, I'm always trying to get to that better, the better side of myself. Like we all have different sides, but there's always like the better, because it goes like, I'm better than I am, embrace my contradiction, I know that I can be my competition. Maybe it's a fight or a game I keep playing, trying to meet myself on the better side of myself. So it's constantly striving to get to that side of yourself that you know is, you know, better for you. Like sticking to your goals, sticking to your habits, and not falling short when, you know, it's easy to. So it's like the constant battle within yourself of saying like, I'm actually better than I currently am. Like I, the capital I. Yeah, and the verses just really go through the struggle of that. Like, why can't I get through this when I said I would? Like, why am I doing this when I wanted to do that? And ultimately it's about like wanting to do something but not really like deciding to do it, you know? Like there's a difference being like, oh, like I would love to do that, but like I am doing this. So basically just like stick to what you said that you would always do. I love the bridge on this song too. It goes, I can see my better side, it's never out of sight, gotta get back up and keep on trying, 'cause I'm hard on myself but I'll never stand for less than better than I am. I really hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about all of my songs in depth, as succinctly and eloquently as I could. And I hope that you go and stream this EP. It would mean so much to me. And if any of the songs really resonated with you and spoke to you, I would love to know in the comments. I would love to hear about which songs are your favorite. So if you have a favorite song in this EP, please let me know. That would mean the world to me. Making music is my pride and my joy and my bread and my butter and all the above. I bring this like setup with me everywhere. I always have a MIDI keyboard, a mic, and my computer, and that makes me a happy gal, and my guitar. So excited and so grateful to have been able to put out an EP. Like that's insane for me to say, and it's just been a body of work that I'm so proud of. If you stream it, that would be amazing. If there's any songs that made you feel something deeply, or you really resonated or connected with any of the songs, I would love to know. Let me know if you want to hear more music too, and there will definitely be more coming out because this brain doesn't stop creating. That's Reckless Abandon. Thanks so much for watching.